You've probably watched a lot of videos about Dubai real estate, market updates, area guides, and price forecasts. I want to do something different today. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened to people who bought, not analysts, not developers, my clients, transactions I personally handled, the prices they paid, what the same property is worth today, and what that means for where you should be looking at right now. Because the data is one thing, but what happened to real money in real buildings with real buyers? That's what actually helps you make a decision. So let's get into it. And before I do, if by the end of this video you want to talk about your specific situation, there's a link in the description to book a 20-minute call with me directly. I work with international buyers across UK, US, India, Europe, and within the UAE. I don't do consultations by committee, you get me. Okay, so let's dive into the numbers. What 5 areas actually did over the last 4-5 years? Starting with Palm Jumeirah. Entry price when I was transacting was around 4,800 dirhams per square foot. The same property today is 7,700 a square foot. That's not a projection, that's a 92% increase on a landmark asset the most people thought was already priced in. To buy Creek Harbour, I was doing deals here at around 1,800 dirham per square foot. Today, 3,000 dirham per square foot. That's a 66% move in a community that was still largely under construction when buyers came in. This is very important to understand. JVC, 1,000 dirham per square foot. Today, 1,500 to 1,800 depending on unit type and developer. That's 60 to 80% appreciation. One of the highest sustained capital yield bands in the city at the same time, 7 to 9%. MBR, Mohammed Bin Rashid City villas, entry 1,300 per square foot. Today, 4,000 dirhams per square foot. That's a 208% return on a community that still has significant new supply coming, which tells you something about the demand side. Now let's move on to DAMAC Lagoons. 750 dirhams a square foot. Now 1,200. That's 60% up. Not a top performer by percentage, but the most accessible entry of the group, which is why it is relevant to be included in this conversation. And then there's Dubai Hills. A client of mine bought Maple at around 1.9 million dirhams, and I watched that transaction happen last month at 5.5 million dirhams. In the same community again, Elisa Villas went for 14 million. Today, they are at 22.5 million. And Dubai Hills has topped the 5-year capital appreciation table for the entire city. 85% growth. And the reason it did that, which I'll just come back to in a moment, is the same reason the other areas ran too. So let's talk about why did these areas run so high. Every single area that significantly outperformed over the last 5 years had these 3 major things. 1, major infrastructure either confirmed or delivered during the whole period. Metro access, road upgrades, airport proximity, retail anchors. 2, premium master developer. Not a small contractor, Imar, Nakhil, DAMAC, Shoba. Someone with the financial capacity to complete the community to the standard they promised. 3, restricted supply relative to demand. Either geographic constraints, for example, Palm Jumeirah, physically cannot add more land, or regulatory ones, or simply the developer choosing not to build more. When all 3 are present, the community appreciates. When one is missing, it underperforms. So this matters enormously for what you look at in 2026. Because the same 3 signals exist in the market right now. You just have to know where exactly to look. So the 2040 Master Plan, Dubai's 2040 Urban Master Plan was launched in 2021. It is the 7th development plan since 1960. But here's the number that most videos skip. Dubai needs to add roughly 25% more people by 2030. The population sits somewhere around 4 million today. The government owns target puts a 5 million mark by 2030 in just 4 years. Every one of those additional residents need housing. The majority will be professionals, expats, high-income earners, relocating for work or quality of life. The plan designates 5 urban centers. 3 existing such as Dera, Perth Dubai, Downtown, Business Bay, DIFC, Dubai Marina and JVR, and 2 completely new, Expo City and Dubai Silicon Oasis. So the Al Maktoum International Airport at Dubai South is 128 billion dirhams committed. Phase 1 by 2032, when completed, will be the largest airport in the world by capacity. The community feeding it, Dubai South. So the Aeropolis corridor is simultaneously at 2040 urban center, adjacent to the world's largest airport, Metro-linked by 2029, and still available under 2,000 dirhams per square foot. People ask me, what if the airport takes 15 years? I ask them back, when was the last time this government missed a major deadline? The Burj Khalifa was built under 6 years. The metro opened in 2009. The Dubai Mall, every time they've committed to something, they've built it either early or on time, irregardless of market conditions. My recommendation in terms of hold period for Dubai South, minimum 5 years. If you need the money back in 3, it's not your deal. What to do differently in 2026 on Palm Jumeirah? Currently somewhere around 4,000 dirhams per square foot, about roughly 50% cheaper than Palm Jumeirah. The buyers I'm seeing here are not bargain hunters. They already own elsewhere. This is capital appreciation and lifestyle and portfolio diversification, not a yield play. If you're coming in looking for rental income, this isn't the right vehicle. If you're in the right category, the opportunity is obviously real. On JVC, I get asked about this every week, and my honest answer is 131 live projects, 61 developers competing for the same buyer in the same postcode. This is the most supply saturated sub-market in Dubai. And I would be very careful about the price you pay and very selective about which developer you choose. There is a re-rating catalyst, a confirmed blue line metro station, but the right entry matters more than the area name. So the underlying principle, identify the 3 signals: infrastructure, master developer, and restricted supply. And then ask which areas in mid-2026 have all 3 but haven't yet been fully priced in by the market. So that's what I'm working on for clients right now. So if you've made it this far, you're not just watching for entertainment. You're trying to figure out something. Maybe you have the capital you want to put to work. Maybe you've been watching Dubai for a year and you're not sure whether now is the right moment or whether you're looking at the right area. Maybe someone's pitched to your project and you want a second opinion from someone who isn't selling it. So that's exactly what I do. There's a link in description. It takes 60 seconds to fill in. Tell me where you're based, what budget you're working with, and what are you trying to achieve. Let's say it's about income growth, it's about rental yields, it's about both. I read every submission personally, and I'll come back to you within 48 hours. We'll set up a time and we'll get on a Zoom call to discuss further. I'm Mohsin Imran. I'm at Kun Real Estate in Dubai, and I've been in this market long enough to know which conversations are worth having and which ones are wasting your time.